Alright, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sun's Vision Art Life. My name is Adewale Boke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to talk about cleaning out my closet in terms of my art and animation, and just the three things I want to talk about is technique, style, and then the versions that come out of updating your technique, and then of course your style changing, because now you got different variations of your drawings. Whether it's the Cardiac Assassins characters, or Batman, or Black Panther, or Iron Man, or Blade, or whoever, because I'm going to show you all what I mean. But before we get going with this podcast, I want to thank our sponsors and pay some of these bills. This Science Fiction podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting, growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details. As I stated before, A4 Capital Consulting is coming out with their podcast soon, so get ready, look out for it. I know I've been talking about it for a few weeks now, but they are coming with it. That's who's helped us grow Sun's Vision as a business, as a brand, as something that's recognized worldwide, recognized, just taking my business to the next level and being able to market my talents and my skills and my brand. So A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. A4CapitalConsulting.com for details. And this podcast also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. And I stated before, we got the custom orthotics. They make the feet feel great. These are mine right here. I wear them every single pair of batas that I have. They make the feet feel great. I used to have a plantar fasciitis in my feet. Went to go see Dr. Nero Nisode, and next thing you know, I got no more foot pain. No surgery was needed. It was more of a diagnosis situation, telling me what I need to do, stretches and things like that. Got to doing the stretches, no more foot pain. But I got my own custom orthotics. They're made fit to you, not to stop you just buy at the store. No. These are made strictly for you. They're using the most up-to-date technology, lasers and all that cool stuff. So, it's a scene out of Star Wars or something like that, man, in that office. AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. AnadelCenter.com for details, and make your appointment. All right, y'all, we got to get into this podcast, right? Stated before, today I want to talk about cleaning out the closet, right? And for artists, it means updating my drawings, updating my skill, what I've done lately, how I used to draw. Like how I used to draw with CMYK, and I didn't realize I'd be better off with RGB, or the version 1 of the Cardiac Assassins right there, and then version 2, 3, 4, and then version 5, and of course version 6, which is coming to the first official Cardiac Assassins comic book, or just drawings in general. Your technique gets better as you draw, because some of my drawings, when I first started, and I'm going to show y'all some of that, they don't look even anything like what I used to do. And I want to find an example of it. Like, for example, let's look at this Cardiac Assassins poster, right? Let me see. Let me get one that's old. So if you look, this is what I mean by technique. Once you start learning the tools of whatever it is that you use to create your style, your technique starts to change, right? Whether it's line weights, whether it's whether programs you use. I'm a dual thread artist, so I can do pencil and I can do digital, vector, as they like to call it in the vector world. That's part of the increasing of technique, right? You start to learn more programs, and the more programs you learn, the better work you can do. To me personally, it's really important that an artist not limit him or herself or theirself to whatever it is that they're doing, right? Open up your field in your universe. You know what I mean? Like, for example, technique is like maybe you learning how to draw on some people use Illustrator, some people use certain tools that you have on PC, right? Some people use pencil. I'm a dual threat, like I said before. I can use pencil, right? So I go from pencil, which is part of my technique, and now I want to put some color to it. And there are many things you can do on Illustrator, right? You can add effects, but you can't have as many effects as you can to what you can do on Photoshop. So, you go into Photoshop and do all these different fancy stuff that you want to do, whether it's blurring or whatever it is you might decide to do. Because I don't want to give you all the magic of how I do my art. You know what I mean? But, those are part of the techniques I'm talking about. And as you get better as an artist, for example, right? I used to not be able to do this. If you notice the two things between these two. This is metallic style, right? This is flat style. This is what I mean by technique. You know what I mean? I'm getting more talent, right? So now I'm able to do different things with my stuff. Metallic, right? Look at that style right there. And then also let's look at the version of the Mega Man, comparing this version. This is what I mean by technique, because you're getting better all the time. Let me see if I can get an old Mega Man drawing. Yeah, see? This is what I mean by technique. Look at this, y'all. Look at that Mega Man. And look at this Mega Man. Yeah, you see the significant difference? Look at it again, right? This is what I mean by technique. You know what I'm saying? You get better as you go as an artist. And now all of a sudden, you're drawing things that look way, way cooler. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole point of being an artist. To grow to the point where your technique starts to expand. I mean, I've been seriously focused on character design and animation for the last 13 years. And I got to tell you, where I started and where I am now are totally night and day. I'm going to find an even better example. You know what I'm saying? Let's use this. Let's see if I can find, you know what? Let's use this technique. I think we got something old school here with the turtles. He goes into half shell, turtle power. Now I want something a little bit more distinct. Technique is everything, y'all. You know what I mean? You know what? Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, perfect example. Aquaman. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? After watching the Aquaman movie, I decided I gotta draw my own. See, look at the new Aquaman, right? That's what you call technique. Look at the old Aquaman. You know what I mean? You draw it right, and you're making things a lot better than they used to be, and that's really important, right? Because now I'm learning to use different tools that I have. I mean, look at this first Aquaman. I'm like, what is this? And you can see all the stuff and that's in there, right? Which in turn leads to a style, which I'm going to get to next, right? Because I've always had a style, which I'm going to talk about next. But the technique is starting to change. Placement, where you set up, the backgrounds of the drawings, right? Look at this. I mean, that's totally night and day right there, man. You know what I mean? Now that just looks sick. This is sick right here. This is good. I mean, I'm a great artist. I'm not going to knock it. But, you know, I knew that this was good. But this is just better. You know what I mean? That's just what I mean by technique. Your technique should get better every day. You should be improving as an artist every day. I mean, I'll even show you another example. You know what I mean? Because there are many ways like to improve your technique. And once you start improving your technique, you start to have versions, right? Let's see, for example. Look at this technique. I'm gonna choose. Let me choose blade. For example, let me see if I can find the old school blade up in here. Yeah, perfect example. Look at this. This is what you call technique right here. Now, y'all look at this blade right here, right? And look at this blade right here. Totally night and day. This is one of my first drawings, actually. When I first really started getting into this character design, I was like, this is cool, but I could do better. And then I did this right here. Now, that's what you call a monster right there. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by technique. The technique is getting better, as y'all can see. What I'm doing here is just basically becoming improved in certain things I'm doing. I'm not going to share those, but you got to improve your technique. And if you can improve your technique, you're going to be a better artist. So that's what I mean by technique. I mean, look at this, man. Night and day, man. Night and day. You know what I mean? Night and day. Let me put this away. I'm going to show y'all one more. Let's talk about technique. You know what I mean? Your technique is important, man. If you don't get better with your technique, you're not going to get better as an artist. And the problem with a lot of artists is they kind of get, what's the word? I don't want to even call it stale. They just get content with what they're doing because a lot of people are telling them how good they are. But it's not really how everybody's telling you how good you are. It's how great you think you are. You should know how good you are. You should know your talents and your abilities. You should know how you need to improve. I mean, for example, let's see this. This is another example right here. Well, Iron Man's not a good example right here. This one's not a good example. But that's technique. Your technique is really. Let me see if I can show y'all a Wolverine one. Oh yeah, let me see. You know what? That's Weapon X. Yeah, see? This is what I mean by technique right here. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. This the old Wolverine. Look at technique right there. New Wolverine. And then when you change it, when your technique gets better, your style automatically changes. That's without question, right? So, you know, a lot of my style, look at my style, how it used to be. I used to have this light style that I used to have where everything looks kind of lighty around the characters. I guess the energy, I want to call it the chi. And then I just realized, yo, this light style is boring, man. And so then I switched it. And I'm going to show y'all what I mean by the light style, right? Because now we're talking about my technique. My technique changed completely. Let me put this away. I just told myself, you know what? I got to change some things. I just don't like the way this stuff looks. And I just started drawing differently. And I just started using different, like different shadows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? For example, style is like, I'm going to show y'all. Look at this. There's a shadow technique, right? Let me see if I can let y'all see it. See the distinct difference? I want y'all to see, actually compare. See the shadow technique difference? I started like, okay, I got to switch some things up, and I started switching it. And that's when I realized, okay, my drawing is sort of having this grayscale type of, I don't know what to call it, shadow type of thing where things are dark edges, because it's like the drawing pops out more, right? And I came up with this idea. I mean, some of the stuff, the technique, like, you know, in my cactus, for example, that's another example right there. Now I've got this style. Of course, I grew up on Japanese anime, so I'm heavily influenced by Japanese anime, whether it's Techno Man, Gundam Wing, Thundercats, Voltron, Dragon Ball Z, shoot. A lot of American cartoons too are based on whether Japanese art, anime or Korean artists, but it's a heavy influence, you know what I mean? You can tell, like, I can tell, like, my technique started to change. You know what I mean? Let's go through my characters, right? Let's just start from here, you know, from the top, from the front page, the card jacks right there. My style started to change, and that's important. I mean, this has been over a 10-year period where everything has changed. And I would say in the last 7 years, my technique has really, really changed. I mean, I don't draw the same anymore. There's a certain distinctness about my drawings. Whether I'm standing at my table when I go to comic expos, or whether I'm right there, people are just like, dude, yours is just different, man. And different is not necessarily bad. A lot of artists be like, I don't want to be different. No, I want to be different. I have no desire of not having my own style. Like, I have my own style. Like, I don't need to be at my table. People know my art when they see it. You know what I mean? It's very distinct. There's no question about what I'm doing. There's no question about who this guy is. They know this is Adewale Agboke Jr. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can show you. I'm gonna show you more. You know what I mean? There's another character right there. You know what I mean? People know. They know. Even when you look at my characters that you do know. Excuse me. Check this out. Whether it's Ryu versus Street Fighter, Ryu, you know what I'm saying? Ryu and Ken Street Fighter, Blade, Iron Man, you know what I mean? See, style, man. Once you start to change your style, you change your techniques, man, your drawings start to pop out, man. I go to shows and people are like, whoa, dude, your stuff is sick. I said, I appreciate that. You know, it's taken many years. And then second question is always, so how do you do this? None of your business. It's on a need to know basis. Why would I tell you how I create my creations? Does that even make any sense for you to be asking me that question? You know what I mean? Why you want to know my style? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you my technique. My technique is what creates my style. You know what I'm saying? Heck no, I'm not telling you. I mean, look at this, man. This is some sick stuff right here. You know what I mean? So you got all kinds of coolness going on. Sorry, that's an empty page, sold out. Captain America, Ryu, you know what I mean? You got Bishop, Gambit, you know, just different techniques and stuff like that. And it's real important to just update yourself. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Let me see if I can find, like recent, look at this comparisons, right? You got Storm, you got Wonder Woman, then of course you got the new Black Panther Shuri with Chun-Li. So I got Chun-Li right here, Black Panther Shuri. Style, man, my style. Then people know a certain way. There's a certain way I draw, right? You know what I'm saying? You got Cyborg, you got Deadpool. You know what I mean? There's a certain way I draw, and people know my style when they see it. So my style leads to my in turn creates versions for me, right? So like for example, Carja for Assassins, the bio book, version 1. As I've shown y'all numerous times, you could tell there's a major difference versus version 5. I mean, just look at them. There is such a night and day. And when you look at the characters on the right right here, version 1, version 5, you can't tell who is who. There's no way you would know which character was which. I mean, maybe Escalade might be the only person maybe to pick out, and maybe Shepard. Everybody else, you got to be like, who is who? And that's what's happening right now in the first official Carja of Assassin comic book. You can't tell who is who anymore. Like, you wouldn't know who is who at all when this book comes out. I mean, this book is fire, and it's just allowed me to grow as an artist. I would really say that this first official Carja of Assassins comic book has really changed my drawing techniques, the way I think, how I start a drawing, how I want to finish a drawing, the detail on the drawing. Like, it's made me to really, really grow, because the last 5 years have been incredible. And to watch this book, I was working on it yesterday. I was just like, I'm done again, because you go through a cycle of cleaning up the book, diction, all that stuff. You're making sure all the wording is correct. And man, I was like, this book is sick. And these characters are sick. They don't look anything like this anymore. Even the inside work, you know, look at that, right? And look at that. I mean, that's just night and day. I mean, there is total style, technique, everything has changed. I've evolved it. You know, let's go to the Assassins, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just using my characters because that's really where the biggest distinction has been. Because when I get better, my characters get better. Look at the Assassins. Version 1 right there, version 5. I mean, look at them. It's really hard to tell who is who. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of getting better as an artist. That's what happens when you have technique grows, which changes your style, and then your style creates versions. You know what I mean? Even on my drawings for Batman, Iron Man, or whoever, like for example, Batman, you know what I mean? Let me show you all Batman. Batman is actually a great example of my evolution. Let me see if I can find them. Yep, there we go. Look at Batman, right? You got Batman right there. Look at the Batman right there. I mean, that's totally two different techniques. Totally two different styles, right? Check this out, y'all. So that way y'all can see it real good. Look at this. That is sick, man. The Batman on the left, this one is good, but this one is great. This one is better. And they're both my drawings, they're both great. But I got better. And when I got better, I created this. This is the sickest Batman I've ever drawn. I mean, this Batman is sick. I get so many compliments. I sell out at shows. I rarely keep a copy. I think this is the last copy of this one actually right in here. You know what I'm saying? So your style is meant to get you better, man. And if it's not getting you better, you are doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Your technique improves your style, and then your style creates versions of your work. So, you know, versions of my work that I've done now from 10 years ago, I can't even show it to y'all. I'm too ashamed. I feel like those are, in a way, it's beneath me without sounding arrogant, but that's the truth of it. You know what I mean? That's the truth of it. You get better as an artist, man. You shouldn't be going backwards, man. You should be going forward as an artist. I mean, I cannot wait till you see the first official Cards of Assassin comic book. It is something ferocious, man. You know what I mean? I mean, with my technique and style now, I'm able to do stuff like this. Look at this. Rogue. Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just endless, man. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find other stuff. We got, let me look up in here for y'all. I mean, before, I wasn't doing stuff like this. Look at this Captain America, Sam Wilson, right? Winter Soldier. There's a black scale style thing to my drawing. It's the only way I can explain it, man. Voltron, you know what I mean? Ronin Warriors, you know what I mean? So I've just gotten better. And all these cartoons, as I said before, I was like basically groomed through Japanese anime, and of course a lot of American animation movies, X-Men, animated series, X-Men, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, a lot of Marvel Action Hour, you know what I'm saying? Justice League Unlimited, Batman the animated series. I can think of so many great cartoons, but style, man, you got technique, which changes your style, and then your style creates versions. So that's what today is about, y'all. Cleaning up my closet and my art growing. And my technique is still growing. 10 years from now, again, it's gonna change. It's supposed to change. As an artist, you are not supposed to stay the same. Picasso never stayed the same. Basquiat never stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are legends, and I don't plan on staying the same. So you grow. Even look at my drawings. You can tell the difference, right? Between what's on my hoodie, the front. This is the classic right here in the front, and this version 5. I mean, there are major differences. You can see it. The drawing technique, the detail. What really changes a lot in your drawing when you get better with your technique is your detailing. Your detail becomes more prevalent. People can see the shadows in the pockets, the screws in the gears, the gears in the spoke. What I love most about Gundam Wing is that it was so detailed. The amount of detail was ridiculous. So, you know, that's our show for today. Just cleaning out my closet, changing my art style, growing it, the animation, and it just leads to better animating. You know what I'm saying? I might do another episode of this again talking about animation, but today was strictly my art, because my art is what leads to animation. Without art, there is no animation. I got to draw something first to be able to animate anything. So, you know, my art techniques have gotten better, which has made me as a better animator. Now I'm more like, aside from counting the seconds, 24 frames per second, but now it's more like when I want to make an arm move, how much detail do I want to give you? I don't want to just shortcut the animation. I want to actually go into detail of this right here, and then how is it going to become a fist? We got a hand right here, and it becomes a fist. A lot of artists try to shortcut the stuff, and I don't do the shortcut things. I'll draw as many poses as I need to get me the perfect animation. You know what I mean? So that's what today was about. Cleaning out the closet, technique, style, and then eventually leads to version. So, you know, that's today's show. The art's got to get better every time you get better, man. If your art's not getting better, there's a problem as an artist. You know what I mean? So that's today's show, y'all. But before we get up out of here, as always, I got to show y'all the new stuff we got. Glasses cases. If you haven't got one, you got to go get you a pair of glasses cases right here on SoundVision.com. We got them in different everybody's. Whether it's Black Panther, Blade, Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Turtles, Voltron, Mega Man, you name it, we got it on the website. And what's cool about our glasses, it's got its own cleaning cloth, custom cleaning cloth, you know what I'm saying? Look at this right here. How many glasses have you seen at the stores that have that? You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing at Sinus Vision, man. You know what I mean? Cleaning cloth. We got our own cleaning cloth. So y'all, go get a pair today on our website, sinusvision.com. And since we're in the traveling moods again and restrictions have been lifted from us and now we can travel the world again, travel neck pillows, man. Check this out. You can get your own travel neck pillow. This is a Cloud Assassin one, right? You got the classic right here. You got the version 5, as you can see. See, good thing I'm showing off this show today. Showing this on this show today. You know what I'm saying? It's technique right here and style. Look at this. Get you a travel neck pillow. And all our travel neck pillows have double faces. They've got one drawing right here, and another drawing right here. Got fill it with art, man. You know what I mean? And of course, it's wintertime. So, guess what? The bomber jacket. You know what I mean? I can't stress the bomber jacket. This is the sickest thing. I got a hoodie on right now. This is available on sinuvision.com. But check out the bomber jacket, man. I mean, look at this thing. This is a platinum one right here, and it's fire. I mean, anybody who see me wear this is like, yo, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It's got the art all over the place. You can see the arm. This is what we're doing right here at Sinus Vision. You know what I mean? So you can see how it changes, it's reflecting itself right there. You know what I mean? Bomber jackets, man, available on sinuvision.com. Y'all gotta go get you your own. And before I let it go, the good thing about our bomber jackets, we got them multiple characters as always. Blade, this is the Carjack for Assassins one. You've got Iron Man. We got it for men and women. You know, for boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? We got all from sizes two extra small all the way to 4XL. So somewhere in there is your size. So sinuvision.com, we got multiple characters too. Like I said, Wonder Woman, Batman, Voltron, Black Panther, the Carjack for Assassin characters, Glocks, Rasputin, Cajun, Escalade, Diesel, Shepard. We've got Mega Man. We got so many characters. And anything you see on this banner right here is available on a bomber jacket. Any drawing I've drawn is available. And then we have special designs. People want some of my pencil sketches on a bomber jacket. So we're making all kinds of cool stuff, man. So y'all, that's today's show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the new products we got. So y'all go check them out. So before we get out of here, we got to thank our sponsors and pay these bills. This Sinus Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. At A4 Capital Consulting, take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. As I stated, y'all, I'm always going to say till the book comes out, the first official Carjack for Assassin comic book is coming out. Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? And if you're looking at the pants right here, these are the all-star pants. It's got all these different heroes. Iron Man, Turtles, Voltron, you name it, it's on these pants. So check it out on sinuvision.com. Sweatpants, man, great for everyday wear, exercise. You know what I'm saying? I wear it out in public, like, whoa, that is the sickest looking pants I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Sweatpants, man. Our stuff is just too cool. I got distracted right there. But yo, the Carjack for Assassins bio book. This right here is important to have because it's going to help you to understand the first official Carjack for Assassin comic book that's coming out. It's going to be fire, y'all. It's going to be sick. It's going to be a game changer. I mean, like I said, I was just looking at it yesterday. I was working on it. It's finally reaching its correction phases. I've went through a third round of corrections. You really gotta be meticulous when you working with these books. It's my first one ever too. I'm excited, man. I mean, it's really changed my technique, my style, and then allowed me to create multiple versions. So after version 6, there's gonna be version 7 of my characters. So get this bio book available on sinuvision.com. You know what I'm saying? The Carjacks, the heroes. You know what I'm saying? The assassins, the villains. This is going to let you know everything about the Carjacks universe. Each character, height, weight, where they're from. You know what I mean? You got to get this book right here because it's what's going to help you to understand the first official Carjack for Assassins comic book. So go get your copy today on sinuvision.com because when the first official Carjack for Assassins comic book comes out, you're going to be like, whoa, this is sick. So y'all, I want to thank y'all for listening. That's our podcast for today. So thank you for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. And please check out our website at sinuvision.com for all our cool products, beanies, sweatpants, hoodies, custom. Everything is custom. We don't make anything. Stuff is not just waiting to be sold. No, you order it, we design it, and then we make it. You know what I mean? So that's what we do. So everything is custom, y'all. Custom. And we got all kinds of cool stuff from the glasses cases to bucket hats to beanies to puffer jackets now, which we got now. Sport One footwear, the Batas footwear line. You know what I mean? So please, and also subscribe to our podcast at Sinus Vision, you know what I'm saying? And please, if wherever you listen, whether that's Apple, Deza, Spotify. You can also listen to our podcast on SouthVision.com. Our podcasts are available on these multiple platforms. So wherever you listen, go subscribe to it. And don't forget to give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as also though, check out our social media platforms because social media is important now. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at Sonic Vision. And the two big dogs, YouTube and TikTok, or TikTok and YouTube, depends on who you ask. But those big dogs, we're available on there. We got so many followers. We got so many views. So check them out. And please subscribe. Give us a 5-star. Give us a good review. You know what I'm saying? And please, don't forget to review us. Rate us. Give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.